Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of Encyclopedia of Comic Characters. Over 1,200 characters by Denis Gifford. Now this book came out in 1987. It's about 260 pages and it's all obviously predominantly British comics. There's some American ones. Now obviously you can't see any American ones on the front cover there, obviously there, but I'm just going to quickly run through it. And what do you get? Well, you get a nice little introduction from Denis Gifford, and you've got here the who of ho-ho, the what's of splat. Great little introduction there, and straight away you're into a vast number of, I love this one, straight away Ace Heart by C. Purvis. And you've just got little sections, most are like just a quarter of a page. So you've got here Abra and Cadabra, that's a very unusual title for a Ace Eagle, Ace Malloy, Ace Roger. Obviously Ace is quite a popular name. Oh, now we've got 6 on a page. Some pages got 4, so you can see it does vary. So you've got here. Now I'm not certain what criteria they use, whether every single character that ever appeared. I suspect not, because that would be completely impossible. Maybe it was depending on a long run and all those sort of things, or whether, you know, it was a significant character, because there must be characters that just turn up in the background that probably only have 1 or 2 appearances, and that's it, the teacher kind of thing, probably never even given a name. So you got here Aladdin and his wonderful lamp, Ad-Lad, and it's also got a lot of information. So you've got here, Whoopi, and 1974-75, he'll do anything to get on TV, as you will all soon see, as it says there. The headline in Whoopi #1. This was March 1974. So Ali Super, obviously Slooper, I should say. Obviously one of the slightly earlier ones. Ali Sloper, Slooper, I'm not certain. However, you've got quite a few of these are very unusual ones. The Amazing Mr. X. They're actually quite great. I always wonder whether some of these characters are still going. Maybe they're sort of tucked away, so I doubt it somehow, since most of these comics, now I know there's been some collections, maybe there's more details about the Amazing Mr. X. You've got Andy Pandy, even I know Andy Pandy. The Amazing 3 in Jackpot 1979. Argo Under the Ocean was the full title of the serial concerning this aquatic adventurer exploits in the undersea city of Tremuda. Not Bermuda, but Tremuda. So you got, that was in All Star 1942-45. Comic Adventures 1947. So there's a vast number of ones, and you've got loads of, you've got Beryl the Peril. I remember Beryl the Peril, love that. That was in Topper. You got Bertie Bounce, that one I do not remember, 1939. Bessie Bunter, now I do remember Bessie Bunter. I can't say that I've read many books or stories with Bessie Bunter. Biffo the Bear, I loved Biffo the Bear. You got Biffo the Bear. And The Boy with the Iron Hands, 1939 to 1940. And you've got just so many different examples here. On this one, there's got Brownie, Brian's Brain. I remember Brian's Brain. Oh, that was in Smash, 1966-68. So these sort of collections. I wonder if it rebellion of the Treasury of British Comics, whether they ever bring out Brian's Brain. That would be a nice collection. I mean, obviously there must have been a few issues there, 1966 to 68. So you've got that, Brownie's Boys, Bruce the Circus Dog. And some of these, quite often when you look at the dates, you actually run for quite a period of time. I remember Catgirl. Again, that's another one that I would love to see the Treasury of British Comics bringing out. So you've got there, Catgirl. You've got Cecil the Stone Age Scrape, Cast Iron Bill. And it's always, like I said, it's got the artist as well, which is always, sometimes I don't think that always the artists are known, so it sort of doesn't give that sort of detail. But you've got here Wizard, obviously 1973-78 by Pollock. Claws. You've even got Conan. Conan's in there, which is very odd. Obviously the American comic Conan. So you've got Conan. So he does include some. Now, I suppose because, of course, over here in the UK, we did have Conan in the Avengers as well, of course, in his own comics, as well as Valor and Future Tense. Apparently, I never really got those ones. Future Tense, for some weird reason, I didn't get. Creepy Comics. Oh, wow, whoopee. Oh, there's so many brilliant series that over the years. Dick Barton, Dinah's Diary. Yeah, Dinah's Diary. Dracula, that's in Scream. and so on. There's just page after page. The Hard Man, Hard-Hearted Harriet, Kathy, Kangi the Bush Boy, that was 1948-49, Cat and the Canary, oh, King Cobra, Hotspur. So there's loads and loads of brilliant on this one. It looks like, oh, Kissy Clare's School Days. Leopard from Lime Street, of course, that is available. 2 volumes of those. Lion Boy, Little Elf, Mark Fury. This is the Junior Express, 1955 to 1956. Manax. And that was in Eagle, 1983-84. So it's a whole right mix. It's not just right the old sort of 1930s, 1920s, that sort of period. It's actually got quite a few. Mighty Moth. Oh, I remember Mighty Moth. TV comic. I love those ones. 1959 to 1984. Wow. Again, why isn't there a collection of Mighty Moth? Maybe not. However, I enjoyed it at the time. It was quite good. I mean, again, maybe it's one of those ones that you pick up and you read 2 or 3 of them and you think, yeah, that's fine. That was good. It was of its period. And, you know, Minnie the Minx, still going, of course. Still going in Beano. So you've got the Beano and Minnie the Minx. Monster, and that was in Scream. Rubberman, illustrator unknown. Remember Rubberman? That was in Smash. That was in one of the Smash annuals as well. 1966, 67. Skid Kids. Some Mothers Do Have Them. Taking its title from the popular BBC TV series Some Mothers Do Have Them. Egyptian Mummies. Might have been a really good TV series as well. Maybe. Submariner. And actually, weirdly, it mentions it. Of course, it was in #1 of Terrific. I love Terrific. Terrific was a brilliant issue, as well as Fantastic, of course. I mean, but unfortunately, Terrific didn't last very long. But you had the stories, those early stories. Super Cats. Spellbound. A series again. Why isn't that available in a nice collection? That would be brilliant. Also, this one, Strontium Dog. Love Strontium Dog. Strontium Dog was great. Supergirl. Slightly different Supergirl to the... See there, Supergirl. Now this one was in Judy, DC Thompson. You've also got Super 7 Twisty. I don't remember that one. Bullet. Oh, Criminal in the Making or a Soccer Star of the Future. No idea. I never followed the strip. Trixie's Treasure Chest. I remember that one. The Trolls. Wizard from Oz. Wonder Man. That sounds very familiar. Especially whizzing along with, as it even mentions here, got a W on his chest. Wonder Man. Young Marvel Man. And so on. So there's just so many great things. And then he's got an index at the back as well. So you've got a really, really brilliant book. I think this is just a great collection. If you're into British comics and you sort of want to explore some of the range of British comics available, I think this book is definitely superb. Also, there's, of course, the brilliant British catalogue that he came out with, which is packed solid. Now, whether all the information is correct in this, I have no idea. Really, truly haven't. No idea. So I assume it's 90%, 100%-ish accurate. So, but it's still a useful reference guide to explore other comics. So you can go off and check vast numbers of different things. And they all, most of these, a number of them anyway, are still like the, obviously, Lady Penelope. Now, whether Comic Home Journal from 1897 to 1903 is readily available, probably unlikely. But Dandy, of course, is still relatively available. Obviously, some of the early ones are not, but 1960s, 1970s are still reasonably affordable. So you can still get, like in this one, the Beano and Junior Express. Again, I'm certain even the Junior Express might be still readily available. No idea. Can't tell. So, I say, this is a great little book. I thoroughly enjoy reading through this. And I am certain I will pick this book up and think, you know what, I'm just going to go and buy a couple of issues of this title or that one and find out more about some of these great comic book titles that we had in the UK. So there it is, Encyclopedia of Comic Characters by Denis Gifford. Totally recommended.